Hi there, this is question 2 from the test that my Year 11 class are doing. Hopefully it's not just them looking at it, it might be some other people, but for those that are not unsure about standard form, we're going to have a look at a few standard form questions and hopefully we'll be able to make some progress. So the first one, pardon me, I'll get rid of that. The first one says we've got to write this number here, 456,000, so 456,000 in standard form. Now the standard form is made up of two things. You've got to have a number times 10 to a certain power. This number here has got to be from 1 to 9.9999999, and this is always a whole number or an integer. Now, in order to get this into a number where it's between 1 and 9.9, that number is going to be 4.56. And if you think about the decimal place, at the moment it's at the end there, and we want to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to put it between the 4 and the 5. And in order to do that, we're going to need to multiply this by 10 to the power 5. And what that will do is take the decimal place from between the 4 and the 5 to the end. And that is the same number as we started with, but it's in standard form. This one's a small number. The beginning part is going to be 3.4. Now to get this decimal place from between the 3 and the 4 to where we want it, just move that, 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. So what we're going to need to do is, it's like dividing by 10 several times, but we actually times it by 10 to the minus 4, which is equivalent to dividing 3.4 by 10 4 times, and that moves our decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4 places to where we want it to be. This one here looks like it's in standard form, but you'll notice that that's 16 rather than what we'll need it to be. It's 1.6, and because we've basically divided this by 10 to get 1.6, we're going to need to times that by 10 to compensate for our divide by 10 on the other side, to make sure the number doesn't change, which means there'll be an extra 10 to make it 10 to the power 8. That's the basic standard form questions. Slightly more difficult is where we're going to do a calculation here. But what we can do with this bit is split into two nice easy calculations. We can do the 5 times the 6, and then we can times 10 to the power 4 by 10 to the power 9. 5 times 6 is 30. 10 to the power 4 times 10 to the power 9 is 10 to the power 13. We've got the same problem. This number here is not in standard form, so we're going to need to divide it by 10 to make it 3, which means we have to times this by 10 to make it 10 to the 14. So the answer to this calculation here is 3 times 10 to the 14. Quite a big number. Hope that helped.